You need to let them know, I can introduce you to someone who is more powerful than that. They're going to say, really? Yeah, he's all powerful. Meaning when God shows up, the party is over. When God steps into your situation, victory is yours. Your enemies flee. Your worries flee. The devil flees. Even in the story, when God showed up to this man, the devil that was possessing this man, he said, oh, Lord, please don't kill us. He even knew how powerful God is. Understand that the devil, the enemy, Lucifer, Satan, everything trying to destroy you even knows how strong God is. He said the Son of God. He knew exactly who he is. He put a handle on his name. He knew he was standing in the form of the Word made flesh. He knew he was standing in the presence of glory of God. Think about that. The devil even knows who God is. He said, just don't kill us. He knows how powerful and awesome God is. So if the devil knows how awesome and powerful God is, shouldn't the believer? If the devil knows how awesome and powerful God is, shouldn't the one who had their life changed by God know? Shouldn't we know? If the devil knows that God is a mountain mover, giant slayer, storm stopper, shouldn't we know? If he can call out God's name, shouldn't we be able to lift up God's name so they can experience the goodness and mercies of the Lord? Oh, this is deep, y'all. I know y'all probably thought y'all was going to get a Reach series talking about Pastor's going to give us some flyers and some T-shirts and just say, just go do this. No, we got to do our part. We got to change on the inside. You got to understand the gravity of this. Ain't no reason in the world that the devil should know who God is more so than us. That's a problem. We have to be the ones to let our communities know that God is all powerful. Meaning God has the power, the might, and the strength to defeat any and all things that are trying to destroy you. I don't care how many that your enemies are. I don't care how they're disguised. I don't care how many ites you got. God has the power, the strength, and the might. Everybody knows David. David was just a little boy, right? He was a kid. That he had a giant like some of y'all have giants. But he knew how powerful God was. He said, the same God that helped me defeat that lion and bear is going to be the same God that's going to help me defeat this new giant. And so that giant was standing in front of him that was all opposing and big, like your situations look, like your giants, your storms look, all opposing and big. He said, you come to me in the name of this, but I come to you in the name of my living God who was powerful and mighty. You got to tell somebody just who God is, that he's a storm stopper, giant slayer, and a mountain mover. He has the power and the strength to defeat the very things that are trying to defeat you. But I know some of you might be saying, but Pastor Eric, okay, that's David, but what about, give me another story. There's a young man named Gideon. Gideon was a part of this clan in Manasseh. The Israelites at this point of their life were under the thumb of the Midianites. And I know some of y'all got some ites in your life. They were under the thumb of the Midianites. Your Midianite may be a stressite, a worryite, a manite, a womanite, a drinkite, a whateverite, a jobite. I don't know what your ite is, a selfite. But the point is, they had an ite ruling their life. And God came to Gideon and said, you know what? Y'all been disobedient, but you know what? It's time for y'all to rise up. So the angel visited him, and he told him what he needed to do. And you know what Gideon said? Like someone would say, man, I don't have the ability to do this. He said, do you understand who you're talking to? He said, you want me to do what? You want to use me to go defeat them? You want to use me? Do you understand I'm a part of the weakest clan in Manasseh? Now look at all these other clans. Don't you want to use the best clans? I'm a part of the weakest clan in Manasseh. But it gets better. Not only was Gideon part of the weakest clan in Manasseh, he was the weakest one in the weakest clan. I mean, it don't get no worse than that. He was in the weakest clan, and he was the weakest one in the clan. And God said, you're gonna be my hero that I'm gonna use to help deliver my people out of the hands of the Midianites. And eventually, he understood that God was going to use him. There would be God working in him and through him. But then God said, you know what, Gideon, I need to take your army. You got too many. Give me that 20. You got about 20-some thousand. Come on, I need to shave it down. Then he shaved it down to about 11,000. Then he said, no, you still got too many. Then he took it down, Charlie, to 300. 300 against the army of about 100,000 Midianites. And you might be saying, well, Pastor, where are we going with this story? Where we're going is this. Stop focusing on the size of your giants in your life. Stop focusing on the size of your storms in your life. Stop focusing on the size of the mountains in your life. Stop focusing on the size of the Goliaths in your life. Stop focusing on the size and the numerical number of the ites in your life. And start focusing on the size and the bigness and the power of God in your life. I don't care